What up, nerds and dorks and dweebs and whoever else is going to watch this? I got hurt. I got hurt back in May, messed my back up pretty bad, and I haven't been able to work on anything. I've been struggling at work. Been struggling to maintain my cars. I haven't really been able to work on anything. I've just been dumping oil into the daily instead of actually changing it. I barely got it back together just so I could keep driving back and forth to work. I'm starting to feel a little bit better, but not much. But there's still things I have to do, so I'm going to do them. Mainly, going to Carlisle this weekend, and I want to take the wagon. So to do that, I got to put brake pads on it. So let's put brake pads on this. So if you'll observe, cool thing about my turbo couch is that it's got SRT4 brakes. So the even better part about it is that these SRT4 brakes are on the upgraded late model dual pivot K-frame. So it kind of handles a little bit better than the SRT while using all the technology from the SRT. Now obviously, there's a right way to do this, a wrong way to do this, but that doesn't matter because I'm the guy with the gun. And honestly, I'm not going to let anybody boss me around except for the person that I'm married to. When I told her the plan about this, she said, well, you're driving it. And that's where we ended the conversation. Oh no, it looks like a horror movie. That's neat. So anyway, this is just like doing the brakes on my SRT. So I'm going to reuse these because all the new clips for the brake pads are made for the updated turbo brakes, which do not use turbo rotors. They use standard size rotors, and they're a little bit thinner. So knock that bolt loose, knock this one loose. Arf, arf. We're going. Ooh, these are, paint's still pretty good on these. Oh, I'm gonna have to clean them up. I thought that was faded. They're just dusty. That's really cool. That's, that makes me feel a lot better about that. I'll clean them up before we get to the show field. That was a little bit. They were getting down to the squeakers. They were just making noise, so it's just getting to be time. I've never done the pads on this, so it was just time for them to get done. Yeah, you can see the old pads are getting, they're not done, but they were super thin. Like, I wouldn't have wanted to keep running them much longer, and they were starting to squeak. And honestly, them squeaking was probably the most annoying part about this, because they're it's really kind of embarrassing driving this with them squeaking like that. Oh, it's a good sound. Oh, it's great. I tell you, sitting like this is not great for the back. Alright, that's pushed in all the way, and it is time to get released. Let's go. Here we go. Pushed in real nice. It didn't, the lip didn't roll or anything. Okay, here I'll show you what I was talking about with the clips. By the way, these are on sale. The Wherever Platinum Professional brake pads. And I paid like 30 bucks for these things, when that's, you know, the price of what the cheapest ones are. So anyway, that's the old clip that I'm going to have to reuse. This is the size of the new one. And they're just you know, vastly different sizes. Probably like a good 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch on the edges, and then the total widths are even different. So I guess just part of having an older car at this point. They model everything after the updated turbo brakes, which are the same size as the PT standard brakes. So just try and reuse your old hardware. I think that's what happened. This little tab broke off. And then this won't even fit on there. Not a bit. So it's dark now. This took me forever to figure out what to do, and then I ate. Here's the top one, and then here's the one that I mangled up to fit. This sucked. I can't find my angle grinder. I don't know where I placed it, so I had to cut this with a friggin' Sawzall. Not a very fun job. I got it cut. It'll fit in here now. Oh, so that piece is wider on the old one too. I don't know if you can see the difference in my hand. But the original clips are wider. God dang it. So either I put this in here and maybe it stays in place. So I decided to do the responsible thing, and it seems to be staying in a good position. It's not gonna make any noise. I greased up the slide pins, and we'll just reinstall the caliper, and then I'll worry about the other side tomorrow. So I'm working on the grass today because I don't want to move the car. But this side's kind of the same thing. What'd I do with it? Oh, I just had it. There it is. I actually have my disc brake tool. I think I actually rented this from Advance years ago, and then ended up keeping it. This one's... These are almost harder to use because you gotta twist them with your hand, but it all works the same. Just push the pistons in. Wait a minute. Twist some more. Wait a minute. Twist some more. Oh yeah, somebody filled up the master cylinder. That's cool. No wonder it was getting hard to push. But yeah, whenever I always have a problem a little bit when I push the wheel calipers back in. It's always just a little difficult. Yeah, this clip's going to be just fine. This anti-rattle clip. So I'm just going to reuse these on this one. On this side, rather. Means that I'm going to be doing tires probably tomorrow, at least the front pair, which I did not put into my mental budget. I might switch to the C-clamp because this is getting pretty annoying at this point. That was a bit of a struggle, but I got it done. Just was angry the whole time about it. Just noticed this. I knew the car needed alignment. I didn't realize that it had started to eat through to the belts. So this is recent, so I think these tires are starting to get dry rotted. They're from my PT Cruiser that wife wrecked, and then I rebuilt the front end on years ago. And then a few months later, a police officer crashed it, or backed into it and totaled it. That's why we don't have the PT anymore. With fresh brake pads, neon wheels no longer fit on this. They rub on the caliper. So you need a spacer. My buddy's got some 8 mils, but to get me around, I've got these big. They're probably ½ inch, if not bigger. But the car has extended lug nuts, so I can run pretty big spacers without it being an issue. I think these are ARP extended lug nuts, or extended studs. Pair of front tires, and this thing will be ready for Carlisle, I guess. Anyway, SRT4 has a bad rear hub. I'm not sure which one it is, but I guess it's this one, the one that's trying to spit all the lug nuts off. Alright, so how we got here. Remove the caliper, 2 10mm bolts, rotor comes off. See, I have 2 busted wheel studs on here. Hub bearing's not making any noise, but it was roaring when I was driving. So it could be a front one, it could be a rear one, but I'm going to replace this one rather than just try and fix those 2 wheel studs, because who knows what could happen when I pull this apart. So you gotta get the dust cap off first, which is pretty easy, just takes a little convincing. So just a little tap, tap. Little tap. You know what? I'm tired. Let's just get in here. I'm tired of fighting. Now it's just gonna go around in circles. Now, if I was trying to save this thing, I wouldn't be doing this, but golly, all of this is just really annoying at this point. Luckily, I'm not going to need to reuse any of this, but this is highly frustrating right now. It's just like when you're trying to You have those nights that you're trying to make dinner and you lose your can opener and you're just using like a kitchen knife to get in. Yeah, that's what this is like right now. Thoroughly annoyed at this point. Hopefully I don't need this dust cap again, man. If I do, it's not getting one. I'm trying to remember now if my other one came with a new dust cap, and I can't remember. I guess this is one of those moments where we're gonna discover together. 30mm socket will not fit in here. Just a little more prying and wedging and prying. You know what? I'm just gonna. There we go. That'll get us there. Well, there's spitting some grease out, so that's promising that this wheel bearing was going bad. Here's the unboxing portion of this video. Ooh. Auto Parts, the professional source. I forget what brand this is. It was like 17 bucks on Rock Auto. Oh man, there's no dust cap. Oh no. Is there a new spindle nut? There's not. Son of a gun. I use the same spindle nut too? Well, oh gosh. Well, that's embarrassing. And I mauled up some of the threads too. Well, send it home. Ooh, I'm gonna have to back that off a little. Supposed to be, what, 150, 160? Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's much better. There's no cap to this. Well, this sucks. I can't find my torque wrench, so I can't torque that down to what it's supposed to be. So I hit it with the impact on the number 2 setting, which is supposed to be about 150 pounds. I might give it a little. Yeah, that feels about how it should be. So we're just gonna pretend that it has the dust cap on there. I hate this, but it's just to get me to Carlisle and back, and then I'll order the parts for it. I mean, it's a sealed bearing, and it's just a dust cap, so it should be fine in theory. I think the car, I think the one I gave to Dan doesn't actually have a dust cap at all. I'm trying to justify my actions even though they're wrong. Test drive tonight and then pick up different wheel studs for the rest of the car tomorrow, and then yeah, that'll probably be it for this. Got to clean it up and then she'll be ready for my wife to drive to Carlisle. It's fucking hot out here. So anyway, thanks for suffering along with me. Today was not fun, neither was last night, so I'm gonna go see some of my friends for a few minutes and then come back home and eat dinner and take a shower and go to bed. So thanks for watching, thanks for sticking around. I might take some photos of seeing my friends because, you know, they got cool cars, they got cool shit. And then of course they're all gonna be at Carlisle too. So I just smeared all that across my forehead. I just Simba'd myself, that's cool. Thanks for watching. An hour a day will make the jack stands go away, unless your back gets fucked up, and then, you know, you can make all the excuses you want.